Hey y'all, hey, y'all know me, dropping in to spread a little tea. And you know how we do it, so let's get right into it. Okay, y'all. So I have supporters in my inbox saying, Harmony, could you please post a receipt because they saying Briana was on a month to month. Listen, we're gonna go ahead and clear this up right now. Okay? Because it seems that somebody is running with the wrong information. Briana, they saying that Briana was on a month-to-month lease. And in Georgia, that means she only have 30-day notice, right? They even trying to say that her turning the power off because she no longer lived there was okay, right? Now, see, all that sounds good if it was true. But when you look at the actual text message, when you look at the receipts, it don't say month to month. Briana herself said it out her own mouth. My lease ends August 31st. That's not month to month, baby. That is a fixed term lease. And a fixed term lease don't just disappear because you feel like you finna move. No. Now, y'all want to talk about fixed term lease and month to month? Okay, we're going to break that down. That's real simple. Month to month, yes. In Georgia, you can end with a 30-day notice. No problem. Fixed term lease, you are locked in until the end of that term. You want to leave before, you got to either buy yourself out, pay the notice, or work out a deal with your landlord. That's it. That's all. Now, what Briana said in the text message, she didn't say I'm on a month-to-month lease. She said my lease ends August 31st, 2025. That's a lease, y'all. That's a fixed term lease. And when you own that, you have to abide by those rules. And the landlord gave her an option. That's what's crazy. He gave her an option. The landlord wasn't even trying to be unreasonable with her. He told her straight up, since you gave me a short notice, plan to vacate by August 31st, but still pay rent for August and September. That was the deal. That was the compromise. And honestly, she should have just took that and walked away clean. But nope, what'd she do? She wanted to go back and forth. She wanted to cut the utilities off. She wanted to try to spin it like she was doing the right thing. And we all could see through these text messages, she was not doing the right thing when it came to ending that lease. When somebody gives you an option and you choose to fight it instead of comply, don't get mad when the landlord decides to take your ass to court. Now, for those who want to know why she's still owed for September, I'm going to break that down for y'all too, okay? Okay, first, yes, she does owe. And this is why. The lease requires 60-day notice. She did not give 60-day notice. She gave notice in August, saying she was leaving August 31st. That means she was late, and September still counts under that lease. Her landlord confirmed with his attorney and even told her that it was in black and white that she owed 2 months of rent and utility damages. So this ain't me making this up. This ain't about hating on Briana. This ain't about what's in the lease and what the landlord put in right. If September wasn't owed, why would he put it in court filing? Why would his attorney back him up? Because y'all remember, in the text message, he said, I wish you would have told me this sooner. In the court documents, it says if she's planning to leave, she have to give a 60-day notice, right? So that means she would have had to have told him a couple of months prior that she was leaving. Instead, when she seen that he was going up on the rent, which was in the lease, if she would have read the lease, she would have seen he said he can go up at any time. So when he told her he was going up on that rent to $3,000, $3,100 or something, that's when she said, in August, that's when she said, okay, I can't afford it. I'm not going to pay it. And he said, okay, that's when he explained his taxes. And he lowered it by $100. Said, okay, well, I'll work with you with the $3,000. She still said, I can't do it. I'm going to be out by the 31st. Okay, well, you've been doing my lease that I could go up on my rent whenever I wanted to. And you've been doing my lease that if you were not going to stay, you had to give me a 60-day notice. So with that being said, he still tried to do her a favor. In August, he said, okay, well, I wish you would have told me sooner. The text message right here, y'all see it. I wish you would have told me sooner. Therefore, since you given late notice, I need you out of the property by August 31st. And since it's late notice, you're not even giving me a 30-day because you're telling me this in August, you're now responsible for September. That was a lick. She should have took it and ran. Instead, she left on the 12th of August, turned the utilities off, and now here we are. You can't just cut power off because you moved your stuff. Until that lease officially ends, you are responsible for keeping those utilities on. The landlord told her straight, like, you cannot schedule cutoff. Please call and update them. But what Briana do? She turned them off early, and then she tried to act like, well, that's not my responsibility anymore. That's not how it works. That's another strike against her in court. Because now the landlord can say not only did she fail to pay, she also abandoned the unit without keeping utilities running. Like, I don't understand how y'all don't see that. Even if this was not Briana, even if this was somebody else, these rules will still stand. So no, y'all, this was not a lie. The text proved she was not month to month. She herself said she was on a lease ending August 31st. And because she did not give proper notice, because she cut off utilities early, because she tried to spin it instead of handling it like an adult, now she owes for September. Now, whether or not this hold up in court, I don't know. I frankly don't give a damn. Because in those text messages, whoever she had write that stuff up for her, they had some good points too. The landlord had good points. Briana text messages had good points. At this moment, we don't know. The only thing that I'm saying is, according to those text messages that Briana turned in, she was not month to month. And he tried to compromise with her since she gave him a late notice. He tried to compromise and say, okay, pay for August and September. But she didn't take that deal. And that's why they are in court. Now that they're in court, he want damages. He's saying she left the property dirty. I haven't seen pics whether or not the property is dirty. I was just repeating what the court document said. Now, hopefully, he updated and put pictures in the court documentation. And then we will have proof of that, because we know when you stand somewhere, you done been there for a year and you have the amount of children she have, it's wear and tear on a home. Who knows? The stuff she did may just be wear and tear. We don't know. So everybody get your fucking panties out the butt. However they gotta say it go. Just chill out. Like, for right now, the only thing that we can go on is receipts and court documentation. We don't care about no hearsay. Don't nobody care about my opinion about this. Don't nobody care about what I think look, what my supporters care about is the truth. And I don't just come out here and talk what I think is the truth. I have to have receipts to back it up. I got receipts to back this shit up. That's all I'm saying. So for those of y'all who was in my inbox, like, well, Harmony, you did all of that and she month to month. Harmony, why didn't you say she was month to month? Why are you acting like, here it is? I cleared it up for you. There you go. Now let's move on to our next story. Not sure if y'all familiar with Chrisean and Tareen, the sister that's been keeping Chrisean's son while she's been on the road. Well, they've been going at it on the internet. Tareen seems to still have a problem with Marsh. Marsh is the girl that fought Chrisean's sister Tasiki on the Zeus channel. Anywho, Tareen felt some type of way when Chrisean and Marsh became friends again. So when Chrisean called for her son, Chrisean, god damn. Let me just play what it is Tareen had to say. Check this out.
I go on people's mouth. I'm beating you. I'm about to wear you out. You heard me? And I hit real hard. So I'm about to wear you out because I'm not going home regretting not hitting you. Because I don't like that. But I was in the house like, yo, I should have slapped that bitch. I can't believe Chrisean turned up on me. So my sister Chassie called my phone like, yo, what's going on?
Now, how you going to have that child's baby and tell her to pull up, and soon as she pull up, what you gonna do to her? So when she told Chrisean that, Chrisean was like, shit, I'm not pulling up to fight her. She was like, I'm calling the police on her. Which some days ended up going by. Chrisean kept calling, trying to get her son back. Tareen, whenever she would call, Tareen would say she wasn't there. Tareen also posted her and the baby at church. And at the same time, she was texting Chrisean, telling her what she was going to do to her. So Chrisean literally had to call the police, and they had to break the window in her sister's home to get her son back. Here's what Chrisean had to say about all this.
At my sister's house, when she trying to beat me up, my nigga, like, the fuck I look like? I'm finna call the cops. I'm finna call the cops and be like, I just want my son. You know, the cops gonna have to escort me, you heard? Yes. It don't matter. She lying and trying to trick me out my bag saying, oh, well, the CPS already involved. I called CPS. Thing. CPS like, we don't know what the fuck going on.
That's somebody did that to me.
She didn't call us. She didn't call us. Miss Malone, she didn't call us. She didn't drop the baby off. She didn't. Yo, the bitch was making so many fake claims so I can go mentally ill, crash out, and give up. Nigga, I straight went to the house.
Because you have everything to lose, baby.
Like, I went to the house like, what? They're at 12, nigga.
I wouldn't dare do no stuff like that to nobody.
We waiting on the cops. The cops got there around like 12:40. Feel me? 1 o'clock.
Where else to get it?
I don't even know. I'm standing outside in the rain, bro. Like, what?
Yeah.
That shit crazy, bro. She really held my son for ransom, bro. If I was broke and I wasn't Chrisean Rock, we would be a cool by y'all.
No, hold on, pause. If this is 3 months ago, she wouldn't have did that shit. 'Cause 3 months ago, remember?
And then the shit that she did.
So that's Chrisean and her team waiting outside because, like I said, she had to call the police. They was banging at the door. Chrisean and her team sat and waited for her sister Tareen to pull up at home. Once they pulled up, she called the police. They came, was banging on the door. She wouldn't let them in. And then they proceeded to bust the window in order to get Chrisean's baby out of there. Y'all, this is crazy. Like, these Malones, they be into it. They be into it with one another like they some hoes off the street. They are, when they mad at each other, they mad. They get grimy with it. It's crazy. But Chrisean got him back. Now I don't know who's going to keep the baby now. But we're going to move on to our next story.
It's phenomenal. And y'all already know that lady got a husband and 9 kids. And today, I want to let y'all know it is so true. It is so true. So for those of you who don't know, I'm Peach McIntyre, and my TikTok was banned at 1.1 million TikTok followers. Okay? Made a whole new page, got it to 20,000 followers in 24 hours, and TikTok banned that one. And everybody celebrated. That was yesterday. Everybody was celebrating. Ha, good for you, Peach. I didn't make a big deal about it. I didn't make any posts about it until last night. Because what I was doing was making more TikTok pages. So now TikTok, I have a total of 10 TikTok pages that are already up and running. Already up and running that you guys don't even know are mine. All of them are up and running. So when this page gets deleted and banned, I'm sure it's going to get deleted and banned. TikTok, I already have another one.
A few hours later.
All right, Peach Patch. So I am banned from TikTok. You all know this. I have 10 other TikTok pages. However, after much reflection today, I decided, forget it. You guys win. You can have TikTok. I'll move on to other things. And I was going to do a class, which I'm still on the fence about. Fall Asleep with Peach, I feel like I could make a lot of money. Like, I know if I was to teach Fall Asleep with Peach, I would make another $20,000 for this month. However, I would be really sleepy. So I'm not going to teach Fall Asleep with Peach unless I was to do it earlier in the daytime, because I want to be able to go to bed by 9 at the very latest. Also, I want to do another class. It's called I Don't Want to Be a Po Motherfucker No More. I feel like that class is necessary. A lot of you guys have stated that you're interested in that class. I may or may not do it tonight. I'm like on the fence. I'm about to eat lunch. And then once I'm done with lunch, I'll have clarity. I'm about to journal on if I'm going to go ahead. And do I Don't Want to Be a Po Motherfucker anymore. Because that's the problem. A lot of you guys are just poor. Not poor. Po motherfuckers, but in the mindset, not as so much money. People always think when I say you a po motherfucker, I'm talking about money. I'm talking about your mindset. Change your mind, you change your life. I'm thinking about doing that. Maybe I'll charge like $3. Not sure yet. Why do you want po people money? The same reason why the church wants it. It's necessary. Somebody got to save po motherfuckers. And God gives us God-given gifts so that we can take care of our families, right? So I utilize my God-given gift. And in utilizing my God-given gift, po motherfuckers give me their money because they don't want to be po no more. Oh, my God. I remember I was teaching a class called I Don't Want to Be Po No More. Maybe I should bring that back. I don't wanna be po no more. Literally, I taught that class like 8 times. And I charge po motherfuckers a little bit of money, like $3, $5. I don't care how you feel about my family, and neither do my children. Because what matters is how we feel in the house. That's the most important part. That's what prevents you from being narcissistic. We literally just talked about this on Wake Up with Peach this morning. A lot of people will treat the world good, and then they treat their family poorly because it makes them look good on the outside. Nobody ever knows what's going on in the inside. My thinking is a little different. I believe in treating the inside good, and then the outside is kind of like, fuck them. I don't walk around being mean to people and bothering them and picking fights. But when people come up to me with issues that don't concern me, I politely let them know that I don't give a fuck, and I go on about my day. All right? That's literally how I run my life.
Now, Peach did come out here and say, y'all will never humble me. But, honey, losing a page of 1.1 million followers, and then when you make other pages, they block them, you hurt me.
McIntyre is phenomenal. And y'all already know that lady got a husband and 9 kids. And today I want to...
I'm sorry, Peach. You can try to fool us all you want. I know after you did that, you went in your room and cried. I know you did. I know you crying to Wood. And I know Wood is pissed off like, you keep doing stupid shit after stupid shit after stupid shit. At this point, maybe you should just go get another phone and make an account under your husband's name and you do content on it. Because you cannot expect TikTok to keep letting you do and say things, anything you want to say about them on their platform. Like, you can't bite the hand that feeds you. Like, you all on TikTok talking about basically, boo, like, y'all kicked me off, but I got 10 more pages. And then before that, she was on there talking about how TikTok don't pay nothing. So you got 1.1 million followers and you on there live talking about TikTok don't pay nothing. And you thought TikTok was going to continue to let you make money on their platform? No, that don't make sense. I can't even believe you thought that. And then you still talking shit about TikTok on their platform. Yeah, I can't make this shit up, but I'm out.
Peach Patch, I was just doing a live stream. When I was doing a live stream, somebody tried to be like funny, and it was like, oh, you got to sit on live all day to make a band. A band is $1,000. Meanwhile, I'm at work at my job making money. And it's like, bitch, are you dumb?
Y'all, the bottom line is y'all had to come back. Peach ain't never gonna like none of y'all. Y'all can stop kissing her butt. Y'all can stop telling her what it is y'all think she want to hear. Peach don't like nobody but Wood and her kids. So y'all may as well forget it. Like, everybody who's still supporting Peach after she done cussed their ass out, like, even after she told that woman, I don't care about your dead son, like, her supporters was still riding for her. Like, that's one thing about supporters. They will not hold the content creators accountable when we do effed up stuff. It's like they refuse to let us know. Well, they tell me in my comments, but like, I didn't see not one person in Peach comment section saying, damn, you were wrong. Like, why would you do that? It's like everybody was like, well, yeah, I understand where she's coming from, and maybe I missed the ones. Oh shit, y'all know I get tired when I'm in the middle of these videos because they be late. But maybe I missed the comments for of the ones who were saying that she was wrong. But the bottom line is, y'all be riding for Peach, and Peach will look. Peach gonna give your ass the middle finger today, tomorrow, and any other day, because Peach don't care about nobody but her and Wood and them kids. Y'all already know that woman got a husband and 9 kids. Well, guys, that's all the commentary I have for now. As always, thanks for watching. I will talk to you shortly. Bye. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And hit the notification bell so you can be alerted every time I upload a video. Don't forget to support your Black-owned businesses. Visit ours in the link below.